Now, out of all the prospects in the 2020 draft, I think we can safely say that Lamelo Ball not only has the most hype around him, but also has the most potential to become a star in the NBA. We saw Lamelo's older brother Lonzo get into the league and start to thrive in recent years, becoming one of the best passers in the NBA. And even though this is a hot take, Lamelo may prove himself to be better than Lonzo in his first year in the league if he can do one thing and one thing only: get the Charlotte Hornets to the playoffs. Today we will be diving into Lamelo Ball's potential to become a star in Charlotte, as well as the team in general potentially being able to make a playoff push if everything, and I mean everything, is able to go their way, as well as discussing the play of Lamelo and his team, the Hornets, from their preseason game last night. But before we dive into the Hornets and Lamelo, if you have been enjoying the content lately, it would be greatly appreciated if you could subscribe if you're new and join the Woods crew. Even though we are just getting started, I believe we can most definitely hit the 1,000 subscriber mark before 2021. That is, if people like you help out and join the Woods crew. Also, it would be clutch if you could hit that like button down below, because it lets YouTube know this video is a banger and shares it with more hoops lovers. And lastly, if you want channel updates on the gram, drop me a follow at Woods Hoops. It's always linked below. Now, as a Timberwolves fan, I can most definitely say that I wanted our squad to draft Lamelo Ball so badly, just because of the fact that he has so much potential to become a bona fide star, or even a superstar in the NBA as soon as in the next few years. Not only do I believe Lamelo will continue to better his craft and adjust to the NBA with ease, but there is something that not many people are talking about that makes me think Lamelo will become a superstar. That thing being his height. I'm not sure how much you guys have been paying attention, but Lamelo had a growth spurt over the past few months that even caught his new teammates off guard. When Lamelo was measured for NBA stats, he officially was ruled as 6'8", which is absolutely crazy because I feel like just yesterday, Melo was that 5-foot guard on varsity for Chino Hills. But that's besides the point. With Lamelo measuring in at about 6'8", that means that he is probably around 6'9", or even possibly a bit higher with shoes on in game, which is really when it matters when it comes to height. The fact that Lamelo was able to grow this much and still have the dribbling, passing, and shooting ability that he has makes him very scary for the NBA level, because Lamelo Ball, as long as it seems like he has been around, is only 19 years old. So could we potentially see Ball grow another inch or two? Most definitely, in my opinion. Now, if Lamelo is able to grow just a smidge more, he will have a similar stature to Kevin Durant, who is listed at 6'11", and let's just say 7 foot with shoes on. If Lamelo is able to have that type of build with the skill he already has, we could definitely see the Hornets go to the playoffs with the solid young core players that the team already has, along with new additions in Gordon Hayward and Lamelo. Even Lamelo Ball's teammates were surprised by how tall he is, including Gordon Hayward, who just signed with the Hornets. In his first time speaking with the media, Gordon Hayward talked about his first impressions of Lamelo, also noting that the two have been forced to be separated due to COVID-19 regulations in place by the league. Gordon Hayward said this about Lamelo, quote, "He's definitely taller than I expected. I didn't realize he was as tall as he was. I'm excited to be playing around him. He seems like someone that can really play make for others, can really get others involved as well as score for himself, but he seems like he is good at everything and has a natural feel for the game. He can do a little bit of everything. Like I said, the height really helps with that. He's able to see over defense and have that vision." Hayward also discussed the position Ball is in as a first-year player and how he can relate to that, dating all the way back to his early years in Utah, which I believe brings up a very interesting point to why Lamelo Ball could become a star before our eyes. Hayward said, "Certainly, he's definitely a young cat. He's a young guy. I think I told him yesterday, like, I remember being exactly where you're at, coming into the NBA and you don't have a family, you don't have kids, you don't have anything like that to worry about. I think he said something like, I just need a place with a bed and I'm good. Me, on the other hand, I need 5 or 6 bedrooms. I got 4 little kids that I have to try to figure out where I'm gonna stay." The fact is, Hayward is right. Lamelo doesn't have a worry in the world right now when it comes to that kind of stuff, and he could potentially put a lot of time into the game like the greats have and become great himself by straight up grinding. It's clear that Lamelo has the potential to do great things. I mean, as I'm writing this video right now, my phone is going off with alerts about all the flashy passes he is laying right now. It's clear he is wasting no time making his name known in the NBA, but Lamelo aside, and as crazy as it sounds, let's get into why the Hornets could potentially make a playoff push with the squad they have as soon as this year, and if not this year, certainly one of the next. Even though it might not seem like it right now, I believe the Hornets have one of the most promising young cores looking into the future. I think it's definitely crazy how similar the situation of Lamelo is to his brother Lonzo when he entered the league. When Lonzo entered the league with the Lakers, they had a bunch of young guys on the team like Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, Kyle Kuzma, as well as Lonzo. And look at all these players now. Kuzma is solid to say the least, and the rest of the young core was shipped off to New Orleans, and the Pelicans are looking great this year. Brandon Ingram is easily an all-star player, and Lonzo is becoming better and better every single season. And I think that the Hornets and their young core in Lamelo, Devontae Graham, PJ Washington, Miles Bridges, and Malik Monk could be in the same situation that the Lakers are in. And given a little time passes and they are able to develop, they could become a solid playoffs team to say the least. Not to mention that they have another solid piece in Gordon Hayward as well. It might take some time, and I know we have a very small sample size in Lamelo Ball, but the Hornets look very promising, especially with Lamelo's ability to set up his teammates like he was able to do last night. I mean, you can't tell me that there isn't all-star potential with that frame and playmaking ability straight out of the draft. Back to Lamelo though, because it's time for some tough love. If Lamelo wants to take his game to the next level, he will definitely have to put in work and do one thing. That thing being improve his jump shot. We saw it in his brother Lonzo, who struggled and it really set him back. Now Melo is definitely better off than Lonzo already form-wise, but the man needs to get a consistent knockdown 3-ball if he wants to take his game to the next level. If he's able to do this, we could definitely see him take home the Rookie of the Year award and maybe even more for the Charlotte Hornets. I know this is a bit of a side tangent, but I happened to see this viral tweet on the gram the other day, and I definitely wanted to get your guys' thoughts on it. I'll pop it up on the screen right now, but it says if Lonzo Ball had the confidence of Lamelo Ball, Lonzo would be such a great player. I saw this and without hesitation, I knew I had to put it in this video and get your guys' takes on this because this is very interesting. So let me know in the comments below if you think this is facts or cap. In my eyes, Lonzo is a good player, arguably great. I'm not saying he is great, but there is definitely an argument for that. But there is just a way in which Lamelo Ball plays that you can just tell he is oozing with confidence, and I think that this play really sums up the confidence of Lamelo Ball and the straight up swagger that he plays with. The question is, how much better would Lonzo be with that confidence? And I think it would be a crazy difference, because the fact is, we have seen Lonzo Ball play with confidence before. I'm talking about his Chino Hills and UCLA days. I'm not sure if you guys remember that, but Lonzo was absolutely balling, and he was playing with so much confidence that everything he shot seemed to go in. But enough talk about that, just let me know down below what you guys think about that statement. It will most definitely be interesting to see if what I talked about today will come into fruition and the Hornets young core will be able to develop into something great, and in particular, Lamelo Ball. But I guess all we can do right now is sit back and watch Melo drop some absolute dimes in this preseason matchup. I just want to thank you all so much for watching today's video, and if you enjoyed, it would be greatly appreciated if you guys could clutch up and hit that sub button and like button down below, because as crazy as it is, that is all it will take to eventually get this channel to where I'm going full time and bringing tons of basketball content to you guys. And all you have to do is subscribe if you're new and join the Woods crew. I started uploading 5 times a week, so let me know if you guys are liking all these videos and show some love in the comments below, because I can 100% say you will not want to miss any of these videos every week. Tomorrow's video, I believe, will be on the story of Bol Bol and the fact that we could watch him flourish into an all-star as soon as this year. And let me just say, you guys will not want to miss that one. But until then, you guys just stay tuned. I'll catch you all in the next one. Woods out.